Good afternoon, everyone. This is going to be our first lesson for the subject Building Technology 1, which our first lesson or our first topic is about the introduction to building materials. Okay? So here, we can see a definition of what is building materials, types, uses in construction. So there are so many considerations on choosing building materials, and some of this have already familiar to us, especially we are very exposed na sa construction and architecture. In the span of several months in architecture, you already know some of this because nakikita ninyo yan in each and every day you are living, kasama yan sa inyong mga residential houses. Ano bang mga common na mga materials natin? So as you can see here, makikita ninyo, it commonly composes of wood, concrete, steel, cement, aggregates, bricks, clay, metals, and so much more. Up to the 20th century, which we 21st century, that we are currently using advanced technology and advanced materials for building construction. So brief history of that is that in the olden times, people are using bricks, pure bricks, to be exact, walang halong additives, walang halong admixture. Wood, the raw wood coming from the surroundings of human being. Straw. Hindi yan yung straw na ginagamit niyo sa soft drinks, di ba? Yung straw na yan ay yan yung nakukuha nating material dun sa mga stem ng mga palay, yung kulay brown, Pwede din dun sa straw ng grass, but even in the modern age, architects have learned to mix and match, para siyang Jollibee. Mini-mix and match natin siya para magkaroon ng bagong material, Parang mixing two different kinds of material into one to have a new purpose. Okay? And the choice is always based on the client's budget. Okay? So in the sense of economic topic, each and every materials in the building has its own type and also prices. Hindi mawawala yan. If you want to have an elegant finish, mostly your materials is composed of glass, ano pa? Steel, stainless, etc. Pag gusto mo namang standard, usually yung mga materials mo nun is cement, also made of concrete. The common materials in your residential building. Meron ding indigenous. So pag tinawag nating indigenous, what is already available in your area is the material that you're going to use in your construction. So you could save up budgets and building construction. So we have natural substances, like wood, sand, and clay, and rocks, and even twigs and leaves. So those are the indigenous types of materials. So some modern construction daw in America are still made of wood. Bakit kaya? Because wood is very versatile, very reliable, in every weather, mapa snow man siya, mapa sunny, mapa rainy weather, and even in 4 seasons, wood is very versatile. Then these come here, the man-made materials, which we considered as synthetic. Although it's not natural, it is eco-friendly. because they are the one that being produced by 3D printers for 3D houses. I don't know lang if naka-experience kayo or nakita ninyo yung how a 3D machine build a house out of eco-friendly materials. Para siyang layer of cement, cement-like material. And it's a good thing that lumber is decreasingly used in the construction, kasi nga marami na tayong alternative materials like cement, hence saving Mother Earth. And most building materials today are manufactured, yung widely manufactured na in the commerce and readily available. Bibilhin mo na lang siya and gagamitin. And the industry is well established, one in many countries. So it only proves that construction industry is healthy and keeps on growing year after year. Nakikita natin ano ba yung pinaka basihan ng pagiging progressive ng isang bansa. 'Di ba usually pag malalaki yung buildings, just like in Dubai, United Arab Emirates, Saudi, most of their structures there are skyscrapers. So, saan nanggagaling yan? Sa building materials in the construction industry. So, parang nagiging economic status na din siya ng isang bansa. If you have so much development in your country, then it's not always 1:1 na pag marami kang building is progressive yung inyong country. But also, the efficient use of materials is also considered. In other related specialty trades, there are also benefit from building materials manufacturing, such as tiling. So it came from natural stones, yung synthetic nating tiles. Meron din tayong mga coming from our marbles, granite, etc. Stone and masonry products. Plumbing, ano ba naman ginagamit sa plumbing? Yung mga PVC natin, polyvinyl chloride, yung mga UPVC, unplasticized polyvinyl chloride, PPR, at marami pang iba, meron ding galvanized iron, meron ding silver, gold, etc. Roofing, ano pa ba yung mga ginagamit sa roofing natin? Meron tayong mga clay tiles, meron tayong long span roofing, galvanized iron roofing. Meron na tayong mga advanced technology like yung solar roofing, di ba? 2-in-1, nagiging smart material na siya. Carpentry, ano pa ba yung ginagamit sa carpentry? Usually wood products naman ito. And insulation works. Si insulation works more on chemical side of materials. So all building materials can be used to create quality structure, but that depends on how they used in construction. This is why project managers and field engineers need to carefully analyze the material they need in their projects. Okay? So, yes, do you have any question so far? Okay, wala pa naman. Alright, let's continue. Alright, so here is the difference of a hay and straw. So, kung nakikita natin, the hay is the dried grass that forms feed for livestock, yung pinapakain natin sa mga baka, sa mga dairy animals natin, nutritious and have more weeds. While yung straw, yung straw na ginagamit natin sa mga roofing natin, usually on bahay kubo na makikita natin, they are leftover grain stalks, yung mga wala nang laman or yung pinaka brown, yung yung pinaka last portion na ng plant, bedding for livestock, yung hinihigaan nila, yun yung straw. Few nutritions and few with seeds. Yun yung pinagkaiba ng hay and straw. So what is the importance of selecting the building right, no? Building right, the right building materials, no? So the simple is very simple. It has a big impact on the quality of structure. So if you can see, you're going to open your eyes. Contractors are using the least possible or the cheapest possible building material. But still, if you're in the future, no, sana you choose materials, no, that is right and standard for the impact of your building naman, no, to become standard, not substandard. Okay? So, no matter proficient is the construction team, when the materials are cheap and substandard, the building will still see many problems and won't last long. Especially here in the Philippines, no, na binabagyo tayo ng mga malalakas na mga bagyo. Okay? Nililindol din tayo ng malalakas na lindol. So, come to think of it, no, na if you're using substandard materials, how many years it will last if that's the one that you're going to use, no? If you're only thinking about your profit, the profit of the general contractor, the profit of the developer, etc. No, so choosing the right material is very crucial, no, in the projects of the projects of the architects. But sadly, some selection of right building materials is often overlooked. Ito yung sinasabi natin, that they cut corners, no, and push aside the use of best quality materials. So often, cost is the reason, okay, for choosing alternative materials that aren't as good as the original choice. Okay? So, as the designer of the building, you should check, no, and ensure the safety of the structure that you are building. That's for your client. Kasi yun yung binabayad ni client sa'yo. Na magkaroon siya ng safe, sound building. The other types of construction materials. So, there are so many building materials in construction. We're going to look each material of this and the uses of in the building project. So here we have number 1, the natural materials. From the name itself, it's made from natural sources, no? Natural sources, no? But this material can be categorized into 2 sources. Number 1 is natural and the second is synthetic. Natural construction materials refer to those that are minimally processed, like lumber or glass. So it means they are still processed, but in the sense of a physical alteration only, no? Physical alteration. Kumbaga, they're still under nature, but it is physically altered, no? On the other hand, synthetic construction materials naman are the one that is manufactured through a lot of human manipulations. Example of this are plastics and petroleum-based paints. So, apart from lumber, mud, stones, and fibrous materials, there are 3 the most used materials in the building homes. So, the builders usually combine these 3 apart from tents and skin to create houses that can withstand with local weather. So, yan yung itsura ng mud, no? And, ano nga yung isa? Alternative material, no, for insulation, like wattle and daub. So, ito yun, wattle and daub. Soil, sand, clay, straw, and animal dung are used as building components. So, isang example natin dito is yung wattle and daub. Okay? And yan na din yung kanyang wall insulation. Kumbaga yan yung kanyang natural barriers from the extreme weather outside of your structure. Number 2, we have fabrics. So, fabrics has been very popular, no, even in the old times, because it is being used by the home of nomads, no. Yan yung even in our ancestors, no, yung mga Etas, they use fabric. Saan ba nanggagaling yung fabrics na yan? So these fabrics are coming from the animal hide, no, yung mga balat, no, ng kanilang mga hinahunting na prey, then they stitch it up and make it a fabric, no. So nililinisan, binibilad sa araw hanggang mag-stretch, no, parang ini-stretch nila ng super stretch, no, para maging manipis, at saka nila yon gagawing one big fabric so that they can have their nets, tents pala, no, for them to be under those fabrics, no. Example of that is that Indian teepee, no, that is made up of animal hide. The fabric of it is being used as an animal, as tents, no, from animal hide. Alright? Diyan nang galing yung tensile architecture na ginagamit ngayon. Have you seen the one that is on the front of Philippine Arena? Yung tent in the front, ay yung parang naka-tensile structure sa front, no. So that's the one, no, na pinanggalingan nito ng ng mga tensile architecture. Dito nang galing. Yan. So this is the modern version of it. Ganyan yung kanyang itsura. Next is mud and clay. So mud and clay naman are the natural construction materials that are still used until today, and the amount of clay in the construction creates different style of buildings. So if you want flexibility in your design, mud and clay should be used also. So the deciding factor of the amount of each material lies in the quality of used soil used, no. Larger amount of clay can build adobe style houses. On the other hand, lower amount of clay can be used as a sod in building, yung foundation. Apart from the soil, the amount of sand and gravel in straw or grass can influence the clay structure you create. Rammed earth, yung rammed earth na yan is yung kinompress, no, compressed earth, can create walls to be made by compacting clay between planks by hand, yung iniipit, no, on between two planks, no, para maging parang palaman siya ng inyong walls. So in this modern age, mechanical pneumatic compressor is used in processing clay to create more intact, no, and rammed earth. Kasi yung bricks naman is made of soil and clay. One reason why mud and clay are still used until today is because of its right thermal mass. Kumbaga, the structure that is made of clay soil tend to be cool during the summer, because pag pag arid countries ka, no, yung mga hot countries, it is acting like as a natural HVAC system. Yung HVAC is heat and ventilation and air conditioning system. Cob, sod, and adobe houses are very common in southwest in the western north part of Europe, while most of the countries there are wet weather all throughout the year. So these houses styles surprisingly remain habitable even after hundreds of years. So this is the example of the mud and clay, no, na construction, no. So probably nakita niyo to sa internet, no. Marami yung gumagawa nito. Ginawa pang vlog ng iba. Okay? Next is we have rocks, no. Rocks are become one of the first material, no, that is being used by our ancient by the ancient people, no, dated back in ancient times. So as a fact, no, is in fact the entire Egyptian civilization, specifically the pyramids, was made of rock, and it's one of the long lasting material available. So even if you won't see cave style rock houses, these days rocks are still used as component or other construction materials. So this is already readily available, that makes it a less expensive material to procure. But there are many types of rocks, di ba? And each of them differs in properties. So before using rocks in your buildings, you have to see that you're getting the good quality of rock. So qualities of a good rock for material using is it should be dense, no, in nature, and it is a good protective material. Weight and energy density considered its big drawback since it can difficult to keep stone warms, kasi if you're using stones, usually malamig yung loob ng bahay mo, so pwede siyang gamitin sa mga hot countries, no? In olden times, mortar is also used to hold stones together. So whereas in this era, cement is what's commonly used. In the United States, rock structure are not a common sense, but they have the UK's granite stone upland of Dartmoor National Park in Europe. Okay, so example niyan is the construction of houses, no, that is carved out of rock. Okay, natural rock siya, and then you adapted, no, your own style, no, coming out from that rock boulder. Next is we have the thatch, no. The thatch or grass is another ancient building that's already available and easily harvested. So this is a special and I mean it doesn't need a special collecting or transport instrument, and the advantage of that, it has a good insulation capability. So pwede siya dun sa roofing natin, pwede din siya dun sa walls, no. Ipitin na lang natin ng mga indigenous materials like sticks and bamboos, so it could be a good insulation in your homes. So African tribes has been living in their homes entirely made of grasses, while in Europe or Asian countries, thatch roofs are the one that's prevalent until industrialization brought better roofing materials. Yan yung mga GI roofing na natin, no? Yung corrugated GI roofings. So back then, sa ating mga ninuno, as you can see, we're using thatch or grass roofing in our bahay kubo. Tama? So they are still in the architectural projects in the Philippines. Yan yung mga examples niyan, no? So combination na minsan yung ginagawa nila. Brush. So this brush is being used by also by native Filipinos for their structures of resting and living. They are built entirely from plants like leaves, twigs, and branches, and also barks. There are not so many brush houses these days because of durability issues, but you can imagine it to be similar to the beaver's lodge. Yan, yung beaver's lodge. No? Next is ice. So it's very uncommon here in the Philippines, but you may heard it about ice hotels in northern regions, and few tourists are able to go there to be fascinated by it. So in the past, ice was used in making igloos, and there are no other agents for keeping them together but the ice itself and the crushed ice also. Next is wood. We have wood or lumber, no? Widely used today, especially in United States, because they use it as a cabin. So both are products of big trees where the trunk is usually broken into portions. Yan yung tinatawag nating board foot, no? Yung kanyang measurement of units. Back in the days, wood is used as unprocessed as logs and tied to notch in place, no? Logs siya, and then you just have to tight it, no? And will be in place na. But since architecture and new construction techniques came to play, wood has been cut and pressed into timbers, no? Timber woods or planks, used for floors, ceilings, and cabinetry. So as you can see, hindi yan nawawala sa construction ng ating mga bahay. Wood remains to be a generic material and used in making buildings in about any climates. No? It's flexible, can be bent while keeping its strength. No? So, even though it has strength, meron din naman siyang kalaban, no? Which is the termites. So, meron din tayong isang special topic about dyan, how to counter those defects and also mga disadvantage, no, of using woods. Okay, example of that are the oak and maple, no, that is very suitable for flooring and cabinets, while pine and teak are best for walls. So these days, modern Western houses still use wood as it is quicker to put up and also classic. Next is we have brick and block. So bricks are made from kin-fired materials. So these are clays or shale used to make bricks and some other mud that is found insufficient, but of course the quality isn't that good. So clay, ang pinaka natin is yung pinaka version natin yan here in the Philippines is yung concrete hollow blocks, no, or yung CHB. So that is made from yung brick and block is made from clay, no, clay bricks, and it has a molding and extruding it in a die. At niluluto siya sa kin-fired material, no? Niluluto. Yan yung itsura niya. No, meron siyang full block, meron din siyang hollow block, no? Which is the brick and block pala. Next is we have the concrete. The most commercial and industrial structures are now made of concrete. It's trendy because of its strength, longevity, composition of materials produced from aggregate and cement. Portland is the most widely used concrete these days, and it uses mineral aggregates like sand and gravel, Portland cement, and water for its mixture. However, concrete is a low tensile strength. Kumbaga, mahina siya pag yung pahila na forces. Diba? Pag sa pag sa isang building, yung mga columns natin and beams, no, there are forces acting on them. May compression, meron ding tension. So pag pure concrete yung ginamit natin at walang steel, no, kasi si concrete mahina yan pag you pull it, no, or the tension force will be applied to a concrete, so it will crumble. So kaya siya natin nilalagyan ng steel, no, because steel is highly durable in tension. Kaya siya tinawag na yung concrete natin, reinforced concrete ay yung tawag. Pag meron siyang force, meron siyang steel rods or rebars, no? So hence we have the reinforced concrete structure. Ang kalaban naman ni concrete are air bubbles, no, or yung tinatawag nating kapak, no. It weakens the concrete. This is why concrete pouring in construction should be given extra care, and we usually vibrates, no, yung buhos, yung binubuhos nating concrete for the bubbles to be eliminated. Next is we have metals. So very obvious we are using the metal as one of the essential materials in making modern buildings like skyscrapers. Without metal, it would very difficult, no, for us to put up or to build a skyscraper if we don't utilize, no, metal. Steel is major component, which is iron, and the most common metal is used for construction because of its longevity, strength, and flexibility. However, the one weakness of iron is corrosion, no? When there's a reaction on the moisture in the air, and it create a reaction, no, which is made, or name of it is the corrosion, no? And it produces rust. So in order to eliminate corrosion, aluminum alloy is sometimes used as an alternative, but it is more costly than steel. But when you need your building to put up near shore or yung sa mga malapit sa dagat, it will be more advantage because it is more highly resistant, no, to corrosion. Other metals used as building materials include brass, titanium, silver, chrome, and gold. So titanium and brass can be used in construction, but it is more likely used in decorative details, no? So that is under metal. Glass. So glass naman have a wide range of application, no, especially on the curtain walls, no, yung mga malalaking glass walls, no, of commercial buildings. And it can be cheaper to put up than concrete for walling. It's because madali siya matapos, and it can but it can never beat concrete on its durability, no, obviously. Of course, these modern glasses are processed for thickness and strength that could be easier to maintain. So also the aesthetics are also very much more okay when we compare it to concrete. So in the past, clear glass was only used in windows, and they allow more light to come in a while, but keeping inclement weather outside, okay, because it also blocks the temperature from the outside. Next, do we have ceramics, no? So these are common materials in the previous era, okay? It's because ceramics are used in floors, fixtures, countertops, walls, and ceilings, and also building materials. Ceramics are used from clay pottery firing in kilns, and this generation, though ceramics are used more in construction applications, they are made to more technical processes to improve their strength kasi masyado siyang brittle, no? And ngayon, yung ceramics is ginagamit na lang natin siya for decorations like vase, plates, and etc., no? Furnitures, no? Pwede rin ceramics. Next is yung plastic. Plastic have general used in HVAC, plumbing, and electrical. So it's because plastic is made of synthetic and semi-synthetic organic materials that can be molded, no? Could be molded, extrude, or film fibers, or films or fibers. So these plastics can be resistant also in heat, no? Heat tolerance, resilience, and hardness. This is why plastic find their place in most construction because of their versatility, and depending on the application they may be need for. Number 15, we have foam. So these foam are plastic, no? Din yan, no? From the chemical of plastic, no? For generally used as insulator in construction. Yan yung nilalagay natin on in between, no, of the walls and the roofing, no, for us to have an insulation in our structure. Some homes use it in between wooden walls and cement walls or top of their ceiling to maintain warmth and coolness inside the structure. However, the use of polyurethane, because polyurethane is one of the material, no, in foam application, no, and it's been limited, no, by the World Health Organization because of the threat of its chemical reaction in human body, no. Delikado siya, lalong-lalo na dun sa gumagamit ng structure at lalong-lalo na sa installer. Yan yung itsura ng foam, no, na ina-apply natin sa mga walls, ceilings, roofing ng ating mga bahay, especially pag wood, no, ang inyong bahay. Ang maganda lang diyan is it locks, no, the room temperature, no, hindi ka madaling pasukin ng insects, ng mga ng lamig or init man. Kung mainit sa labas, hindi masyadong malamig sa loob. Pag malamig sa labas, hindi masyadong malamig sa loob. Okay? Cement composites. These are the one, no, that is being used in 3D construction, wherein in the previous years, they have only used as binders for woods and cements. So, ginagamit lang siya dati as glues, no, yung pandikit. But this era, this time, we're going to use those cement composites 3D construction of our buildings. So these are made of hydrated cement paste. How they bind wood together can be challenging, though, as the wood cement compatibility ratio should be identified first to create the right cement paste mixture. So the various methods are used to determine wood cement compatibility, that is included in measuring hydration, cement, wood, and identifying their strength, morphology, and interfacial bond. Then lastly, we have the modern building materials. So the construction industry in modern materials has grown into multi-billion-dollar industry. So they are employments, no, and growth rate, no, of the building industry until 2026. So there are more construction happen in that time. So by following this trend, the construction industry and the building materials are harvesting their potential, no, and evolving their techniques for them to be used in modern times. So there are new construction materials being invented, and it's becoming worldwide, no, concern that, just like for example the foam, no, the polyurethane foam has been limited since the World Health Organization ban, no, those kinds of materials in construction because of the threat in the environment. So these are the 3D printing na yung kanilang ginagamit usually, and it uses recyclable materials. Alright, so that's the end of this discussion. So kindly stand by for further instructions. Thank you very much.